to welcome you all to this service for Erev Yom Ha'Zikaron. It's the Memorial Day for those who were killed in Israel's wars and terror attacks. So particularly poignant and meaningful to be marking it with a service in the synagogue this year. I think it's the most important Yom Ha'Zikaron, 50 years since the Yom Kippur War of 1973. We will be using both the normal Siddur and also the special service booklet that I hope you picked up outside. When we're moving from one to the other, we will announce that. And we're going to start with a poem by Natan Altman. It's in the very beginning of the special booklet, and it's associated with this important, significant, and emotional day.
The silver platter, and the land grows still, the red eye of the sky slowly dimming over smoking frontiers. As the nation arises, torn at heart but breathing, to receive its miracle, the only miracle. As the ceremony draws near, it will rise, standing erect in the moonlight, in terror and joy. When across it will step out a youth and a lass, and slowly march towards the nation. Dressed in battle gear, dirty, shoes heavy with grime, they ascend the path quietly. To change garb, to wipe their brow, they have not yet found time, still bone-weary from days and from nights in the field. Full of endless fatigue and unrested, yet the dew of their youth is still seen on their head. Thus they stand at attention, giving no sign of life or death. Then a nation in tears and amazement will ask, "Who are you?" And they will answer quietly, "We are the silver platter on which the Jewish state was given." Thus they will say and fall back in shadows, and the rest will be told in the Chronicles of Israel.
And now we turn to the Siddur on page 66. Being merciful, God forgives sin and does not destroy. Many times, God turns rage aside and does not rouse the divine anger. Please be seated. We read together on page 67. Blessed are you, our living God, sovereign of the universe, whose word brings on the evening twilight, who opens the gates of dawn with wisdom, and with foresight makes times pass, the seasons change. Your plan sets the stars in their courses in the sky, creating day and night, turning light into darkness and darkness into light. You make the day fade away and bring on the night, separating day and night. You are the ruler of the hosts of heaven. Blessed are you, God, who brings on the evening twilight.
Amen.
Let's continue together with God's love for Israel on page 67. With everlasting love, have you loved your people, the family of Israel, teaching and practice, duty and justice? These you have taught us. Therefore, our God and guide, we think upon all this before we sleep and when we wake, and rejoice and delight in your teaching and its practice forever and ever. For they are our life and the measure of our days. We keep them in mind both day and night. Never take your love away from us. Blessed are you, God, who loves your people Israel. Please rise for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Elohim, Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך וכשוכבך וכקומך וכתרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Please be seated. And we turn forward in the prayer book to page 70. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו, העושה גדולות אין חקר, ונפלאות עד אין מספר, וראו בניו גבורתו, שיבחו והודו לשמו מלכותו ברצון, קיבלו עליהם. משה מרים ובני ישראל, לך אני שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם. מלכותך אדוני אלוהינו ראו בניך על הים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. אמן.
השכיבנו, השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, השכיבנו, השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו, השכיבנו, אדוני אלוהינו לשלום.
ושמות צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום, מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני, שומע עמו ישראל לעד.
Amen.
We continue together on page 72. Blessed be God by day. Blessed be God by night. Blessed be God when we lie down. Blessed be God when we rise up. For in your hands are the souls of the living and the dead. In God's hand is the soul of every creature and the soul of human flesh. Within God's hand I lay my soul. You have redeemed me, eternal God of truth. Our God who's in heaven, reveal your unity, establish your reign for all time, and rule over us forever and ever. And now please stand for the Amidah.
We continue together on page 74. Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'Elohei imotzeinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Rivka, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Honeh Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Goel Livnei V'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo ve'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Poked Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayem etim atarav lehoshia, Mohorid hatal, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayem etim berachamim rabim, Somech novlim verofeh holy, Umatir asurim, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hametim. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. This time you may choose to continue in silence, standing or seated. We'll come together on page 86 in a few moments. It is at this time in our service, let me take a moment to think about those who are in need of healing as we say, Mishaberach Avotenu, Makor HaBracha Le'imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors. We think of those in our community who are in need of healing. Please take a moment to think about those who are close to your heart. And to all those names you say silently, we add the names of all those innocents who have been injured in the ongoing conflict in Israel and in Gaza, as well as all hostages held in captivity. And specifically, we name David and Ariel Kuniam, Arbel and Dolev Yahud, the 4 hostages who have been adopted by our community and who are always here with us. God, for all in need of healing, grant them wholeness of the soul and healing of the body, as we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim, Umatir Asurim. Blessed are you, God, who heals the sick and redeems the captive. Please join me in our prayer for peace at the top of page 86. Set true peace upon your people Israel forever, for you are the source of all peace, and in your eyes it is good to bless your people Israel at every time and in every hour with your peace. Blessed are you, God, blessing your people Israel with peace. Please take a moment for your own silent prayers and reflections.
Imre שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. ואמרו
The remainder of our service will be punctuated by 3 pieces of music taken from Cantatat Evel, the mourner's cantata. It will be sung by Avi Green, who's going to come and join me now. These pieces are out of order intentionally. There are 7 total to mirror the 7 days of Shiva. The first will be Mavet, which means death. And these pieces were written by Elisha Rodin, who's Russia's last Hebrew poet, and his son was killed while fighting in the Red Army. And the music was later written by Yitzchak Edel, who lost his own son fighting in the Palmach before the foundation and leading up to the foundation of the state of Israel. Now, as Avi is singing this piece, you may notice that there are 2 trays of tea lights. And if you feel moved to do so, please come up and light one of these candles as you perhaps look over the names of those who have died in Gaza in recent months. And if you're looking for the words to this cantata, all of them can be found on the 2nd page in the insert.
אני אמות, כולנו בני נמות, גופי גופך רימה תאכל, רימה. אין הצלה מן ההפסד, אין פדות. אך זו ששמה אצלנו נשמה, זו תמונת חבית להבדון, חקוקה היא בי, אף כי גופך נחרב. על משמרתו הזיכרון. ויעמוד עד יום ילך האב.
Really very moving to see so many of the tea lights already lit. Please do continue to come forward during the next part of the service. It represents for us mourning of all the loss that's happened in Israel's wars, and particularly in this last painful and difficult year. I'm going to ask you, please, to turn to page 347 and stand. Let's read together. This is an alternative prayer based on our Leinu, called Al-Kena Kaver, and it's about our hope for humanity. Because above all, in these painful and heartbreaking days, we need hope. We look to the future with hope. So many dreams have faded into the accusing light of day. So many visions of better times have turned into nightmares and blood. We have been disappointed too often, and yet still we hope. We hope for transformation, for societies where prejudice and superstition, fear and unrest give way to fullness of life and the humble recognition of our common humanity. We are in this together. We need each other, and we need to affirm our hope. For goodness is real, and justice is possible, and life on earth can be enhanced by those filled with an awareness of the eternal and a knowledge of their own transience. We are guests passing through. With patience, resilience, and courage, we can leave this world a little better for our having been here. This is our hope. This is our security. In the light of eternity, we have a significance we cannot measure. Moment by moment, we build God's kingdom. Our world is in the process of being repaired through us and within us. This is our redemption. We look to the future with hope. And then all that has divided us will merge. And then compassion will be wedded to power. And then softness will come to a world that is harsh and unkind. And then both men and women will be gentle. And then both women and men will be strong. And then no person will be subject to another's will. And then all will be rich and free and varied. And then the greed of some will give way to the needs of many. And then all will care for the sick and the weak and the old. And then all will nourish the young. And then all will cherish life's creatures. And then all will live in harmony with one another and the earth. And then everywhere will be called Eden once again. Amen. Please be seated. And now, if you look in the special booklet, we're coming to the second section from Cantatas Evel, which is an introduction to the Kaddish. Please rise. And we turn to Kaddish on page 316 in the prayer book. On this night, we think of the yahrzeit that falls this very day. Robin Ross, husband of Phoebe, father of Fiona, Charles and Paul. And as we stand in the light of our memorial candle, we think also of those many innocents who've died in the last 7 months in the war between Israel and Gaza. Zichronam livracha. May their memories endure for a blessing and comfort those who mourn, as we say, Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, Balma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chai chon v'yomei chon, v'chayei t'chol beit Yisrael, Bagalav v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei rabbam v'arach leolam alamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala, shmeit kutsha barichu, le'ela minko bechata v'shirata, tishbachata v'nechamata, damiram ba'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. O say shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol ha'olam, v'imru. Amen. Please be seated.
The final piece from Cantatat Evel that we'll be hearing this evening is the fourth, Ke'ev. The fifth, Ke'ev, which means pain. And perhaps, while it addresses the pain of loss, in a way it speaks to the kind of pain that can only be known by a parent who has outlived their child.
I'd like to take a moment to thank Richard for his extraordinarily sensitive playing and Vivian for reading Silver Platter so beautifully, and to say how privileged we are to have Avi and Maya both to sing for us tonight. So we pay tribute to those soldiers who've died in Israel's wars, the people who've died in terror attacks. We want to end this part of the service with words of Nachman of Bratslav. If you'd like to follow the words, it's at the back of the special booklet. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzama'od. The world is, as we've certainly found out in recent months, a very narrow bridge. V'ha'ikar lo lefached klal. The main thing is not to be afraid.
כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד. והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל. והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, גשר צר מאוד. והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל. והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל. והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל. והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל.
Please stand for the final benediction. You find it on page 324. יברכך בכל טוב, וישמורך מכל רע, ויאיר לבך בשכל חיים, ויחנך בדעת עולמים, ויישא פני חסדיו לך לשלום עולמים. May God bless you with all that is good, and guard you from all that is harmful. May God enlighten your heart with the wisdom of life, and give you understanding of many worlds. May God, in faithful love, offer you enduring peace.
Amen.
Do sit down. Now, it's a very emotional service tonight, and we wanted to have a moment of transition because, of course, after Yom Ha'Zikaron, tomorrow, comes Yom Ha'Atzmaut, Israel Independence Day. And if you look at the back of your special booklet, you'll see what we're going to finish with. You may recognize the song, Ein li eretz acheret, I have no other land. So we will sing this, and when you feel ready to go into the Goldsmith Hall for refreshments, please just quietly leave the synagogue.
את פניה, לא אוותר להזכיר לה, ואשיר כאן באוזניה, עד שתפקח את עיניה. אין לי ארץ אחרת, גם אם אדמתי בוערת, רק מילה בעברית חודרת, אל אורכי, אל נשמתי, בגוף כואב, בלב רעב, כאן הוא ביתי. לא אשתוק כי ארצי שינתה את פניה, לא אוותר להזכיר לה, ואשיר כאן באוזניה, עד שתפקח את עיניה.